All right. Yay. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we begin, I want to ask everybody to take a minute and we need you all to check in. So it's really important that we have you check in so we can get your email information and that we can start sending you all the amazing things about Right at School and to keep you in the know about Right at School. So in order to do that, in the chat box, there is a link. We will continue to post this in here throughout the night. Felicia will be posting it. There is a link in there that we need you to just click on that link or hyper copy and paste the link. Somehow just get a hold of that link so that at the end of the evening, you can click on that link. And in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to put in your name and your email. And it's just really simple, really quick. That'll let us know you attended this evening. And it will keep you in the know of Right at School, and we'll be able to email you information, such as like first day of school information. We send that out a few days in advance. We can keep you in the know of any information about our staff, our people, our programming, whatever it is. So you can please go into that chat box, and there's a hyperlink, and I will copy and paste that now. Let me make sure I can send it to everyone in the meeting. So you see it's coming from me. I just posted it again. There's that link in there. If you guys can, please make sure to just click on that link. All it is letting us know you're here this evening and going to send you information about Right at School. That is it. It's not registering you. It's not doing anything. It is just letting us know you are here this evening. So that would be fantastic. And if I have time at the end, I'll try and click on that link and show you what I'm talking about, just so that we all have it. All right. So that being said, thank you for taking the time to join our virtual parent information night, family information night. We're thrilled to have you all here and especially be partnering with Hawthorne School District. My name is Cindy Lawson. And I am the Vice President of School Partnerships with Right at School. I have the privilege of working with school districts across the country, but I live here in California. So we also have a few important members of our Right at School team here. So I'd like to introduce those folks with you this evening. Felicia, would you like to introduce yourself and introduce Wendy and Cleo? And then I will introduce Jeanette in a little bit as well.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Thank you for that intro. My name is Felicia Morton. I'm the Regional Vice President for Right at School in California. Really excited to be a part of your community. And with me, we have Wendy Vanderpoort. So Wendy, I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Felicia. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Wendy Vanderpoort. I'm the Senior Area Manager for Right at School. And we're just so excited to be coming to your community. And I look forward to getting to meet you guys really soon. I would like to introduce you to our local area manager, Cleo Owens. We're so excited. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Wendy. My name is Cleo. I am actually a local resident of Hawthorne. I am super excited to be a part of the district and working with you all and your children moving forward for a program.
All right. Sorry, I have a few messages in here. I was just responding. Everyone's letting me know that they have done it already, that they sent their email in. They're registered. So thank you guys so much. Instead of me trying to respond to you all, thank you. So we're also excited to have from Hawthorne School District, Trish Ray. She is the ELOP coordinator. So Trish, would you like to introduce yourself and anyone who may be here from your team this evening?
Yes, thank you so much. So I'm the Expanded Learning Opportunities Coordinator for the Hawthorne School District. And I oversee our after school programs, we just finished up our summer program. And as a district, we're always striving to bring the best programs to our students and families. And we're excited to be partnering with Right at School this year. I want to assure you that our programs will, they remain at all 7 elementary schools. They will remain free for all of our Hawthorne families. I know some of you have worried when you've logged on and you've seen a fee schedule. It will always be 0. So I just want you to be assured that you know, this bones of the program are remaining the same, but we're adding some exciting new programming that Cindy's going to tell us all about tonight. So thank you for being here. I know Tasneem Mohammed is here. She's the assistant principal for expanded learning, and Paula Aldana, who many of you know and speak to, our secretary for the program, our clerk typist. She's here as well. And we're here to learn too and to serve you, and we look forward to it. So thank you for coming.
Yay. Thank you, Trish. You know, Trish and her team have been instrumental in bringing Right at School to Hawthorne School District, and we're so appreciative of their partnership. We've been on weekly calls with them, and they have been fantastic. So I also want to let you know that we will have a Spanish breakout room. Jeanette Solis. Jeanette, do you want to speak up? And Jeanette, talk to the families about the Spanish breakout room and how they can enter into that breakout room if they need to hear this presentation in Spanish. So Jeanette, it's all you.
Hi, hola, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Yo voy a ser la que se va a poner responsable de darles la información en español. Vamos a tener un cuarto en en esta junta, aparte para los padres que quieren escuchar toda la información que tenemos para el programa de Right at School. En este cuarto donde ustedes pueden entrar, que sería el cuarto número 1. Cuando ustedes ven que pueden entrar a ese cuarto, apliquen eso y entren a ese cuarto. Y ahí estaré yo dando toda la información. Me llamo Janet Salas y soy la manager del programa de la escuela de Ramona.
And Jeanette, do you want to let them know if they have concerns, or if they can't figure out how to get in the breakout room, to raise their hand, and then one of our team members can assign them. Trish, you guys can assign them to breakout room 1.
Okay. Si tienen algún problema a entrar en el cuarto, en abajo tienen un monito de que pueden poner, levantar la mano para que los que están asignando los cuartos puedan darles el link para poder entrar, o los van a meter ellos a ese cuarto.
All right, everyone. So if you need the Spanish breakout room, go ahead and go into breakout room number 1. Breakout room number 1, and we'll go ahead and give it a minute or two for those families who need to go hear this presentation in Spanish to go ahead and go into that breakout room. And it looks like we have one raising their hand. I believe we can assign them, right? Trish, do you know how to do that?
I'm looking.
I think you can go up to more and then go to breakout room unassigned. And then I think you can click on it and assign people in the breakout room. And then Jeanette, do you want to go ahead and head over into that breakout room? Looks like we have some people who have already headed over there.
It's hard with the iPhones because there's several iPhones. I'm not sure which ones to assign. If you could if you have, and maybe Lisette, you could translate this. If they have a iPhone, maybe they could change their name or.
Sí, pueden cambiar su nombre en el teléfono para ver quiénes son, porque hay muchos iPhones.
iPhone is Stephanie, okay.
Yeah. And can I get assigned to the breakout room 1 too? Because I can't seem to get in there.
Jeanette, you are the co-host, so
Okay.
you should be able to click on breakout room, head to it.
Sean, okay.
Okay, give us just a minute. Sorry, y'all. We just want to make sure we get everybody in the right place. So I appreciate your patience. We want to make sure everybody who needs to get into there can.
One more iPhone, but
one more iPhone, and I clicked on.
I got an iPhone of Stephanie in, but
and I can put
there's like 6 iPhones, so
yeah, it doesn't give me the option to.
I mean, I get if I put somebody with an iPhone in, you can always, if you're not the right one, you can leave the breakout room. How about that?
And come back. If you get put in the wrong breakout room, come on back, because I'm sure you'll know how to get back here. So
yeah, you can click on return.
Okay, and it looks like Jeanette went ahead and got over to the breakout room as well.
Oh, my iPhone is still there, so I haven't found them yet. They're still there. There, okay. All right, I think we got everybody. I'm gonna
Okay,
jump over there and see
okay,
about.
you want to go check it out and then come on back and we will be here. So it looks like there were like 6 or 7 people who might have needed the Spanish breakout room. So you want to go over and see if she could help record it. So that'd be fantastic. So we can have it for any other families. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to go ahead and apologize up front in case we have any presentation hiccups. You'd think by now, after what, 2 years plus of being in this virtual world, that we would know what we're doing at this point, but sometimes it has a way of acting up. So if that happens, I'm going to go ahead and ask for your patience. And out of respect for everybody's time, I really want to keep this to less than an hour. So if it's okay with you, I want to go ahead and get through the presentation and answer any of your questions at the end of the presentation. Hopefully this presentation is going to answer the majority of your questions, but if not, go ahead and use the chat icon along the way. And our Right at School team will respond to you. So, but what I'm going to ask you to do is when you do the chat icon, don't send the direct message to me because I'm trying to do the presentation. So it's going to be really hard for me to answer your questions. So what I want you to do is if you have a question and you can't wait until the end and you want to ask it, please direct your questions to either Wendy. Wendy, raise your hand and talk so everyone sees you. You got to come to the top of the page. So say hi. You'll come to the top of their screen if you say hi. So,
Hi, guys.
okay. All right. So Wendy, you can direct them to Wendy. You can direct them to Felicia. Felicia, go ahead and say hi. So you come up.
Everybody.
All right. Or you can direct them to Cleo. Cleo, want to say hi to everyone again so you can come up on the screen?
Guys.
Okay. So if you can, direct your questions. When you go to the chat box, you can put direct questions, direct them to Wendy, Cleo, or Felicia, and they will answer the questions along the way. If you direct them to me, I'm not going to see them during the presentation, so I won't be able to answer them. So if that's pretty clear, let's go ahead and get started. Tonight's topics. All right, first, we're going to talk to you a little bit about who we are. You're probably wondering who is Right at School. Talk a little bit about what makes us different. Talk about safety, which is always first and foremost in our world. And they're going to talk about my favorite part, which is our curriculum. And then we get to talk about our staff. And then we'll talk a little bit about the registration process. And then we'll answer any unanswered questions that we did not get to. Our team will bring them up and we will answer them out loud. So that anyone who might have the same question, we can answer those for you. All right, so let me tell you a little about Right at School and who we are. So, you know, our founder and CEO, Dr. Mark Rothschild, walked into his own daughter's after school program when she was younger and saw her eating Doritos and watching a video, you know, and having his doctorate in education, he just knew he could do something better. So in 2020, he started Right at School. And since then, we service more than 45,000 students daily in over 900 schools in over 100 school districts across the United States. Just so you know where we're at in Southern Cal, a few of our Southern Cal partners include Redondo Beach, Encinitas, Wiseburn, San Marino, Arcadia, Menifee, San Gabriel, Newport Mesa, and West Covina. So those are a few of our Southern Cal partners. And again, we're really excited to be here and to be partnering with Hawthorne as well. So our mission at Right at School is to inspire a love of learning, support schools, and give parents peace of mind. Something that we're really excited about is we were recently named the official after school provider for AASA. And that might not mean a lot to you, but AASA is the National School Superintendent Association. So it's a huge honor and something that we don't take lightly. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead now and show you a brief video about the day in life of Right at School. So if one of you, Felicia, Wendy, or Cleo, can give me a thumbs up if the volume is there.
Have you ever seen a child's eyes when the school bell rings? The endless possibilities. We're gonna do everything. It's time for after school. right at school. After school is a time for friends and community. It's a time for new opportunities to test ourselves, to try out new challenges and build confidence. It's art. It's science. It's fitness and fun. It's laughter and joy. It's a journey of discovery and learning. It's all here, right at school. When you pick us up, you don't need to ask what we did today. You can see it in our eyes. We did everything. Thanks for letting me stay right at school.
Okay, so we're going to talk about these in a little more detail, but just first and foremost, what makes us different? Our people. We are nothing without our people. And so we try to hire everyone locally from your community. We are happy to say that we are fully staffed and people are going to be going through training within the next few weeks and be ready to welcome your children on the first day of school. Our curriculum, again, I'm going to talk about our curriculum, but it's all aligned to academic and state standards. And it's a disguised learning, hands-on approach to learning. And so I can't wait to tell you a little bit more about that. We are going to be available and provide learning opportunities for students enrolled in TK through 5th grade. We'll be there every day that school's in session after school until 6:00 p.m. for all students who are TK through 5th grade. Everything is done online. So we have an online portal and over, I think 500 families have already enrolled. So obviously we have families who have been able to use our online system and register your children at no cost. There will never be a cost for families. So if for some reason something's showing a cost, please let us know. You will never incur any costs through the ELOP program. But hopefully it's been an easy process for you. Like I said, we've had about over 500 families already use the program, use the portal, and we haven't had a ton of red flags and a ton of emails. So knock on wood, hopefully it's pretty easy and seamless for you. But if not, we have a customer service department that is there to help you with any questions that you might have, as well as our local team. Wendy and Cleo are also going to be there to help you if you have any questions or if there's any issues that come up or arise while you're registering your students. So, all right, with that being said, now we want to talk a little bit about safety, because obviously that's really important to us. So just so you know, for peace of mind, before anybody can even get hired with us or before anyone could start training with us, they have to go through an extensive background check. So this background check consists of FBI, BCI, sex offender, child abuse, neglect, registry checks. We check employment verifications and reference checks. So again, FBI and state local background checks. So they do get their fingerprints done. We have to get those background clearance cleared and get their authorization number before they can even step foot in working with the children in our program. The district is also collecting this information. So hopefully you feel safe in knowing not only are we getting it, but the district is collecting this information before any families, for any our staff can work into the program at Hawthorne. So I want to talk a little bit about our sign in and out. When you registered your students, it asked you for an authorization to pick up emergency contact information. Those are two different things. Your emergency contacts are people we call in case of an emergency, right? So if there's an emergency, we will call these people who are on your emergency contact. They might be the same people who are authorized to pick up your children. They might not. So anyone who is authorized to pick up your students, please make sure that you list them. Please make sure that you are updating the phone numbers constantly and that you are, checking to make sure that if anybody changes a phone number, that you make sure that you go online and you put that information into our Right at School platform. I can't tell you how many times there's been a situation and we call everybody on the list and we can't get a hold of anybody. So again, please just make sure you enter that information. Also, the first, month of school is all about transitions, right? It's all about getting to know the students, getting to know the families, getting to know the structure, getting to know the routine. So please know the first month will be a little up and down. It's going to be setting standards, really setting expectations. And part of that will be getting to know you and getting to know the people picking up your students. So please make sure that you have your identification with you, because we will ask to see it when you pick up your kids. It could be that grandma drops off and picks up every day. So we've met grandma, we've seen her identification, we know who grandma is, and then all of a sudden uncle comes to pick up your child and we don't know who uncle is. It could be mom or dad who picks them up and we've never seen them. And even though, you know, you say they're mom or dad, we're going to ask to see your identification. Again, it's all about the safety of your students. So of your children, our students. And so please make sure you don't get upset if we ask to see your identification. We just want to make sure everybody's safe. Also, when we are, everyone's signed in and out, and then every 15 minutes, we do a name to face. And what that is we don't just look at a list and say, oh, we have 100 kids on this list and we have 100 kids in the program. No, we have to make sure, oh, Wendy's on the list. Oh, there's Wendy. Cleo's on the list. Oh, there's Cleo. Felicia's on the list. Oh, there's Felicia. Carla's on the list. There's Carla. So we want to make sure that we do a name to face every 15 to 20 minutes to make sure students are safe. Obviously, we know that there could be significant events or emergency situations. Knock on wood, that never happens. But just in case there is a significant event, we are constantly in conversation with the school district and understanding what their emergency plans are, what their evacuation plans are, what their lockdown procedures are, what their fire drills are, what their earthquake drills are. So we will constantly be having a conversation with them, and we will practice those on an ongoing basis. So we will constantly be practicing those to make sure that children know what to do in a case of an event or a significant event. So now that all that boring stuff is behind us, really, really, really important stuff, but stuff that now I want to talk about and talk about fun stuff is our curriculum. You know, our focus is really on building children up. We're here for the long game of education. So everything we do is about empowering students with attributes that we know as educators will continue to unfold throughout their lives. We want, you know, students to feel that sense of belonging. We want them to feel welcome. We want them to feel valued. We want them to feel like they're an integral part of our after school community. You know, we know the last thing a child wants to hear at 3 p.m. is like, who wants to learn some more? They're like, no, we've been in school all day. So every year students get to enjoy fresh new curriculum that's been written by our curriculum experts. Many are former teachers and administrators. So you can see right here in this slide, we have different themes, and each of these themes have 2-week thematic units. And these units have focus areas ranging from art to science, to music, to math. And you'll see, for example, on this side, students are learning about Roman aqueducts, and they're applying their design thinking as they build and test their own designs that have been built out of recyclables. You know, we really want to ignite that spark and that joy in kids again. We want them to have fun, and we want them to just be kids, all while engaging in hands-on activities. So the idea being is they just think they're having a ton of fun, but what they don't know is there's a ton of learning happening. And that's why we call it disguised learning. Again, it's that project-based, hands-on disguised learning curriculum. And so every day your students will be engaged in an activity, and I'm sure they'll be love to tell you all about it. So we know students thrive on consistent routines. So we follow a daily schedule that's focused on predictable procedures. That way students know what to expect and what's coming next. So once all the students are accounted for, make sure that they're safe, that everybody who's supposed to be here is here. We do what's called our town hall, and that's our family time. It's our chance to have a conversation, get to know the kids, talk about service projects, especially Brent's, celebrations, vacations, anything exciting that's been going on in the child's life. This also gives us a chance to talk about the activities that are going to be happening in the afternoon. So it's getting them excited about the activity that we're doing. This is often led by one of our junior educators, and our junior educators will be like our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders who apply to be a junior educator. And it's almost that college and career readiness type of program where we're really trying to set them up for success. And so they can apply to be a junior educator. And if we get permission from the parent and the teacher, and they demonstrate the character skills that we're looking for in a leader and do a mini interview, they get to be our junior educator. And our junior educator get their own pennies. They get their own kind of behavior logs, little boxes of treats and stickers, and they can help students with things like homework. And this is one of those areas that they lead. They sometimes lead our town hall. So again, it's something exciting for our older students. Once town hall is done, we go into snack, and it's a self-serve snack that we'll have for kids every single day. After snack, we go into right moves, and that's 10 to 15 minutes to get that excess energy out. They've been in school all day, so we want to get that blood flowing, that heart pumping, do indoor activity or outdoor activity. Again, it's just 15 minutes to get them going, so then they can sit down and get their homework done. And we really, obviously it's a 10-to-1 ratio for TK-K kids and a 20-to-1 ratio for 1st through 5th grade. So we typically maintain about a 15-to-1 ratio on average. And so we can't do one-on-one homework support, but we are there to assist your students with homework. Our goal is we want them to get that homework completed so that they can go home and they can enjoy time with you all and enjoy family time. We know there's a ton of things going on after school, so we're there to assist them to get that homework done and provide a quiet area where they can get it done. Sometimes our older students are helping the younger students if they finish their homework already. And after homework, we go into daily double, and that's that curriculum that I just talked about. That we have a hands-on disguise learning project that we do every day with the students. And then we have what's called triple play. And that's a long-term group project. So it could be something that's a student-led an idea. Like we've had some in the past that say, I want to build an amusement park. Well, that takes longer than a day to do. So we'll be like, okay, that's fantastic. Let's talk about what we need to do to build an amusement park. And so that's something that might take a month to do, or 2 months, because there's a lot that goes in with building an amusement park. You got to talk about, okay, what type of amusement park? Is it a family theme park, adventure park, water park? What type of park, right? And we got to talk about location. Where are we going to build this park? The demographic, what's the age range from? We got to do marketing. What's the price point? There's so many things that go into building an amusement park before you get to talk about building the roller coasters. We're talking about velocity and design and all that other fun stuff. So that's triple play. And then we have what's called our Right Club Fitness, and that's just more vigorous outdoor time. It's about 45 minutes sometimes we always have a structured activity going on. So there'll always be a group game happening, but they'll always have time for their kids will always have time to do their own thing as well. So if they want their autonomy to just chill and hang out with their friends, they can do that as well. We just always like to have a group game going on for kids. So for those who don't feel like they're included, they always have something to do. But those kids who just want to hang out, they can do that as well. And then by the time that we come back in from that, usually families are picking up their kids if they haven't already. And so sometimes we'll have quiet activities on. Sometimes we'll just throw random stuff on the table and let students self-create. It's almost like a maker station table. Some kids want to hang out with their friends. Some want to read a book. Some want quiet time. That is that self-directed time that they can have. So we know that it's really important that we're entrenched in everything that goes on into the school and in the community. So, we join the PTAs or the PTO. So if there's any PTA or PTO members, be on the lookout for our team. We will be wanting to join. Oftentimes we'll provide free childcare during those PTA or PTO meetings. So our staff once a month will offer childcare for those meetings, free of charge, potty trained and above. We don't do diaper changing. But that allows you to go and engage in these meetings. And we've usually seen about a 20 to 30% increase in those PTO meetings or PTA meetings when we offer that. We attend school and district events. We'll do face painting at carnivals. We'll pass out water during walkathons. We'll come to your book fair. We just know the stronger our partnership is, the stronger our programs are. So we even attend board meetings. I was like, why do you attend board meetings? The funny thing is you find out a lot about the strategic initiatives that are going on in the district. And so we want to make sure that we aligned. We're actually attending a big district training on the 16th and 17th. So all of our 7 program managers are going to be attending a 2-day training with the district on a big district initiative that we're rolling out. So those are the things that we want to be a part of. We want to be integral and know what's going on so that we can be a part and we're all having the same conversations with students. We know what matters most important. What's most important is having great educators. So we hire everyone locally from your community. We have 4 major hiring sources. So first, if anybody from the current program wanted to come work with us, we welcome them. I think we have several of the current employees who have applied to work with Right at School, and we are welcoming them. We are excited to have them be part of our journey. We also hire a lot of paraprofessionals or instructional aides. You know, we love hiring these people because they already know the students and the community. Plus they get our amazing training that they get to then bring back into the classroom. We hire a lot of students who want to become teachers. One, we already know that they're passionate about working with kids, and oftentimes first-year students struggle with curriculum implementation and classroom management. So they get to hone in on those skills in our program. And so again, if you know anyone who wants to be a teacher, you know, whether they are majoring in theater or art or elementary ed or math or social studies, whatever it is, and they want to be a teacher, come have them work with us, have them apply with us so that we can help build those skills so that they can be successful in their first year. And finally, we hire a lot of retired educators because for some reason, educators never retire. So they get to turn that hat around and be much more experiential with kids, not so frontal. And it's just really exciting. We are happy to say that we have some of the highest retention in the industry, you know, and we think that has a lot to do with the training that we put our staff through and the culture that we've created. You know, once we have the best people, we train them through our proprietary blended training model of both online and live training. These trainings include online assessments, in-person training, and ongoing coaching and support, and obviously continued professional development. So you can see on this slide, here's just a few of the trainings that our staff have to go through. So these are our online trainings. So they have to pass all of these trainings, and then they have to do an assessment. So at the end of curriculum instruction, there's a assessment, kind of reinforcing the training, reinforcing what they just learned. Once they pass that and they pass all 18 or however many on here, Wendy and Cleo will get a notice saying, hey, Mary passed all of her online training. She's ready to go to live training. So once they go into live training, it's really walking them through a day in the life. And so they walk through really scenario-based questions. And so it's really preparing them and getting them ready for that first day of school. Will there be bumps along the road? There absolutely will. But I promise you, our teams is hands-on, and we will be there to work through every single part of it and try to communicate with all of you as we go through all of these learning curves. You know, so we also know that learning is never one and done. So we provide continuous opportunities for professional development throughout the school year. Our courses allow, these are only a few of our courses. We have about 150 plus additional courses that our employees can choose from that excite them and are most relevant to their role. So we obviously encourage them to continue their professional development. So now let's walk through the ELOP registration process. You should have all, if you obviously were on this call, you would have all received communication from Hawthorne School District. So you would have received an email. So first off, you got an email. That email there's email for every school. So we're at all 7 elementary schools. You would have had separate registration links. So every school has a separate registration link and an access code. That is very different than the password that you need to get to create an account. So when you go on to register, it's actually going to ask you for an email and a password. You need to set up your own email account and your own password. Once you get in, you will then be able to register for the program at your child's school. It will ask you for an access code. That access code was given to you. That access code will then let us know that you're part of this ELOP program, that you were given the right information, and then it'll allow you to register. You can choose the program you want to register for, and then you'll complete all the registration steps, such as names, birth dates, ages, emergency contact information, authorization to pick up, any allergy information that we need to have on your students. So you're going to complete all of that. Then you're going to go to checkout, and then you're going to place your order. We are only allowing 5 days a week, so you have to sign up for all 5 days. There's not an option for you to sign up for 1 to 4 days. It's a 5-day-a-week program after school every day until 6 o'clock. So like I said, there's been over 500 families, I believe, who have registered. So hopefully it's been pretty easy and seamless. But if you have any issues, please reach out to Cleo, and Cleo can help you walk through that process. Or you can fill out a form at rightatschool.com/contact. or there is a phone number on here that you can contact as well, the 855-287-2466. You can call our customer service and they can help you walk through the registration process as well. If you did not get the access code or the registration links to register, please reach out to Patricia Ray, and she will make sure that you have that information. You can also reach out to Chloe and she will make sure you have that information as well. Registration's open. And starting on August 21st, 2023, programs will be offered every day that school is in session for kids in TK through 5th grade, after school until 6:00 p.m. at all of the 7 elementary schools. So that would be Eucalyptus, Jefferson, Cornblum, Ramona, Washington, York, and Zella Davis. So please spread the word. We are hoping not to have any caps. I think, Wendy, we have hired to meet the needs of all the students so far that have registered. So if you need care, please make sure you go on and register. The sooner you register, the better. Oftentimes, and I have to figure out if we have done this, but oftentimes that first week of school, we kind of shut down registration because we want our staff to be able to get to know the kids and not be bombarded with 100 families coming in asking questions. And then there's 100 kids running around not being supervised. So please make sure that you register early. Don't wait until the last minute. We really want to make sure that we have all your students the first day of school, all our students the first day of school, and not having 100 other things to be doing. We want to make sure that we can accommodate everyone. So spread the word. Now let's go ahead and if you have any questions after this evening, Cleo's email is on here. Cleo, do you want to give them your phone number as well, just in case they need to reach out to you? Or they can also reach out to our customer service department as well. So it looks like Priscilla has a question. Let me see if it's in the chat box. Let me see what's right here. Hold on. Looks like Cleo put the so I will answer a few of the questions that I have on here first. Let's get through some of these questions and then I'll get to the raised hands. But if Linda or Priscilla, if you guys want to put a question in the we can get to it. So I will get to the Priscilla. It looks like I got your question. Linda, if you want to ask a question, and then let's go ahead. Cleo and Felicia and Wendy, were there any questions asked of you that we did not answer yet? And then I'll get to mine.
I can answer a couple questions.
Okay.
So in regards to, it is the 5-day program. So we do have the expectation that your child will be attending program all 5 days. And pick up, the latest that the child can be picked up is by 6 p.m. The soonest would be 5:45 p.m. And then the other question, if you guys do have, like an extracurricular activity on either day that your child will be attending, we will have a release form that you guys be able to fill out so that we do know that the child will be picked up, before the 5:45 pickup mark. I'm looking to see. And then I see that a lot of people haven't received the registration link. If you guys could just send me an email, I can copy and paste it to you with the access code. It'll be a little quicker because for whatever reason, the Zoom is not letting me exit any screen. But I do see a bunch of people asking about the registration link so that I can send that over to you. I see pickups. And then the other question, I see some people were asking, there are some that are saying that it's full right now. I'm going to leave that question for Cindy.
Oh, no, I mean, that would be a Wendy question. Nothing should be full
Okay.
right now. My understanding
Yeah.
is we should be opening up enrollment. Wendy, do you want to
Yeah.
answer that?
Yeah. So registration is open. There may be a few glitches here due to registration volume of people registering. If there's any particular caps or issues, we're looking into that on the back end, but that should not be the case. Any additional questions in regards to like trouble for registration? Any questions you guys might have or issues you're running into with registration, please shoot Cleo an email and she will let you know as our tech team works through some of the glitches. And then we also have a customer service team that you can reach out to as well. And I'll drop that information in the chat box so you can call them with assistance with registering as well.
Guys, so Cleo, were there any other questions? And then I'll get to some that were on mine. Are there any other, many of
Yeah,
them?
so I do see a lot of people asking if you don't have your student ID. I believe that you can contact Dr. Ray or your school to get it. For now, for purposes, you can default the student ID to 123. Get the student ID, send me an email with your child's first and last name, the date of birth, and the school that they're attending, and I can go ahead and change that on the back end. So for now, you can default it to 123 until you do have access to the student ID, and then you can just send me an email and I'll be able to change it. Just include the information of the child's name, as well as the date of birth and the student ID. And then if you guys have any registration questions as far as just walking through the registration, contact our customer service team. And I believe Wendy just put the phone number for the customer service team. They're gonna be the best able to assist you guys in the process. And then I think that's it for all of my questions. I don't know that, let me just scroll
Wendy, what
through and
about
see.
you?
I don't have any more questions on my end.
Felicia, what about you?
I do have a couple of questions specific to early pickup. I wanted to see if either Wendy or Cleo can respond to that. So there's a few that are asking if they have different activities or other reasons why they need to leave by 4 o'clock a couple times a week, if that's going to be an issue and how they would handle that.
No, we like I said before, we have a we'll have a release form for your child, that just so that the staff knows that your child is picked up early on said days, and that won't be an issue. So you guys will be able to pick children up before the 5:45 pickup mark. We'll just have you guys fill out a release form to let the staff know who is able to leave at what time.
Yes, so that is a lot of questions I'm getting. So people are saying they have custody things, other things, commitments that they have going on. Again, the goal is to be there 5 days a week. If we know that there's going to be circumstances that are out of our control. So if you have a circumstance that you have to leave 2 days a week early because of a mandate or because of a situation, we just need that in writing because we need to fill out that documentation to send to the district. We need to, I believe there's a form that will say why you need to leave early when you pick up your child. You'll just let us know why you had to pick up your child early, and then we will document that. So yes, you can pick up your children early if there is an extenuating circumstance like a soccer practice, baseball practice, dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, any other type of appointments or custody issues, appointments that you have something in documenting or writing. We will just need you to note that when you pick up your child. So hopefully that is answered. That seems to be a lot of the questions. The other questions I have is if you are getting a message that a program is full, if something is saying that they're full, please make sure to email Cleo. And I put Cleo's email in the chat box. Email Cleo and let her know that that the program is full. And then she will make sure that she works with you to make sure that you get in the program. If you cannot register, you might be putting in the link wrong or something. If you think you have the wrong link, you could reach out to either Dr. Ray, Patricia Ray, or you can reach out to Cleo to get the correct link. So again, Cleo's email is on here. Patricia Ray is, Dr. Ray is also with Hawthorne School District. They can both send you the codes. If you feel like you did not get the right link or the correct code, email both of those and those can get you the links. So I'm, when you log in, so tonight I'll show you real quick. Let me go back to it. Show you what I need you to do for the evening to check in to let us know you are here. I'll show you what you need to do. People are sending me their emails, but I'm going to show you what I want you to do. Again, I have a lot of questions about the registration code. You will get a confirmation. People are wondering, how do I know if I was enrolled? You should receive a confirmation from Right at School saying, congratulations, correct, Wendy? Don't they get a confirmation of their enrollment? So you would get an email letting yourself know that it has been successful and that you are enrolled. say another about the code. Okay, and it looks like Cleo put the Cleo actually put the codes in for you guys in the chat box. So let me go ahead and see if I can redo this to everybody. Let me go back and I'm going to put the codes back in here. So there are the codes.
And then I did a correction for Zilla Davis. It should just be Zilla. There's no Davis.
Oh, okay. Hopefully I got the right one. Oh, yeah, maybe you need to put, oh, sorry. You want to redo that one again, then let me make sure.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now since they have it and since I'm already there. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so that, and let me just go through any other questions that I'm seeing on here. Sorry, people are sending me a lot of direct messages. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can't do
The pickup location for returning students will also be the same as in the previous years. Because I saw that as well.
Yep. So this is again, if you have any registration questions, please reach out to Cleo or our customer service. If you need the links, please reach out to Dr. Ray or Cleo. We already talked about being able to pick up your students if there's a situation. You just need to know when you pick them up what the situation is and why you're picking them up early. The program, we are just going to be at the elementary schools. So as of right now, the Right at School program is just at the 7 elementary schools. This is a new program. We are a new program. We are a new partner to Hawthorne School District. So, but we are just at the elementary schools. There is the current program, I believe, that is already at the middle schools is staying at the middle school. So I don't think there's any changes there.
Correct.
My child is going to be in TK. There is going to be a program for TK, but I don't not believe that the qualifications or that they know who's qualified for TK. Trish, will they find that out in October if your child qualifies, or will they reach out to you?
If they're registered, what do you mean qualified? If
Because
they
my
are,
child is going to be in TK, do they already know if you already know if they're qualified, if they're coming into TK?
yes,
Okay, so they would have got links as well.
yes, yeah, everybody's qualified. If they're registered in if you are attending our elementary school, you're eligible
You are
to
eligible.
attend the
Perfect.
after school program.
So then, yes, it is for TK. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and did you already mention if they don't, like the TK parents especially, they might not know the student ID number?
That they get, if they don't know their student ID number, we said that they can put the number 1, 2,
1, 2,
3
3, correct.
in
yeah.
there, and then we will, once they get their number, we could make sure
We
that
can add it,
register.
yes.
We can change it on the back end. And then for the new parents, for everyone, we will be sending out a welcome letter. The welcome letter will include the pickup and drop off location, as well as the direct phone number to the site in case there are any locked gates at the time of pickup. So there will be a direct number to the program manager on site so that you have access. There will also be an address that you'll email if ever your child is going to be absent for the day. So just be on the lookout in your email. We'll be sending out that welcome letter, and that will include all information that that is required for, pickup, drop off, protocol as far as early pickup and things of that nature.
And then the start date is August 21st, the first day of school. There will be numbers to contact. Every single one of our schools will have a contact phone number. So all of our program directors will have a cell phone. So you will get, again, the reason we want you to fill out that link, click on that link tonight to let us know you are here and give us your email, is we want to make sure we have all your information so that we can start updating you as soon as we have information to give you. But yes, every school will have their own phone number so that you will be able to contact the site directly. My child's going on vacation for like 2 weeks. Is it going to affect them staying in the program? No, we just need to let us know that your child's going to be absent for those 2 weeks. It will not affect you being in the program or not. We work with students, just so you know, there's a lot of questions about special needs. We have students with a variety of special needs in our program, ranging all over the spectrum. We do have inclusion specialists on our team that will work with you as well as our staff to make sure that we make accommodations to meet the needs of your child if we are able to. Unfortunately, we do not offer one-on-one opportunities, but I know there's a lot of insurances that cover it. We might work with the district. We're going to have those conversations to see how that works, but we do not provide one-on-one services, but sometimes there's districts that will provide like a 4-to-1 ratio, like a 1 para for 4 students, but we will figure that out. But just so you know, whatever's happening now is what will continue to happen. Every trip pickup location, yep, pick up in location. I've registered and place an order. Do we need to select the classes for TK? Everyone's for everyone. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do our attendix for this evening. You're welcome for the presentation. Thank you for all attending. I appreciate you being on here. I'm going to go, let me show you the link. Can my child's ABA therapist be with her during the program? Can my child's ABA therapist be with her during the program? Wendy? I believe so, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay, so
And if it's the school therapist, it doesn't cover, like, so, you know, what's in the IEP does not automatically it doesn't apply to the after school program. So if they have a one-on-one in the school day through us, that one-on-one is not going to be with them in the after school program or the therapist. If they have, like you mentioned earlier, Cindy, with like a therapist that goes to the home, then we can make arrangements to go to after school instead of the home, but it just, whatever happens during the school day doesn't automatically carry over to after school.
so
Thank you for
So
clarifying.
it would be a conversation, right? Individual education plans would be an individualized conversation with us.
perfect. Okay, so that answered that question. So everyone's asking, this is it right here. I'm putting it right now. This is the link that we need you to check in at. When you click on that link, it brings you to this page. It's really quick right here. You just put in your, email. If I can spell, Cindy.Laughlin.
You're still showing the PowerPoint.
Oh, it's not showing. All right, let me go onto this page. Let me do this. Let me go on to share screen. Here you go. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so that link is going to take you to this screen. You're going to put in your email address and you're going to put in your school. Felicia just know, and you're going to push submit. That's all you got to do. There you go. Thank you. That's all you got to do. Just your email and your school. So I'm going to start getting all the information about Eucalyptus School right now. So anyways, that is exciting, but that's all you have to do. You click on that link and you put your email address in, and that is it. So let me see. I think there was what, let me see. If we did not get to your question this evening, let me see if you answer, put it in the chat box, please. Yes, we are providing snack. Is there a limit to how many days your child can leave early? I think if they have a scheduled activity, as long as we have noted what activity that is in the afternoon, we're okay, right?
Yes, but we want to encourage you to come. Right at School has a lot of great activities and learning opportunities. So we want you to come as often as possible. But if you do have the parallel programs, you can be excused for those.
Is there Spanish immersion classwork help? So what we do is we try to hire to meet the needs of the community. So the goal is to have a Spanish speaking staff member at every single one of our locations, so they can be there to work with students who are bilingual.
Well, that question was probably from Ramona, that has the immersion program that sometimes needs a little bit more than just homework help. You know, everybody's going to need homework help at all the schools. At all the other schools, all the homework's going to be in English. At Ramona, their homework is in Spanish. So I know, Cindy, you did say that you're hiring more Spanish educators at Ramona to help with that.
Yep. And then, does the program provide water, or do I need to supply extra for my child? There is water on the campus. There's always water fountains, but if you feel like your child needs extra water, by all means, we're not going to stop you from having you bring your child extra water.
I think all the campuses have the new water fountains with the refillable stations. So if you have a water bottle, they can fill up their water there.
Perfect. Okay, the desired start date keeps saying day is full. What day do we input? So again, if that's
I think that's a back end question for Right at School that hopefully is going to be resolved soon, right?
Yep, so that should be resolved pretty quickly. Wendy will get on that. Wendy, it says the desired start date keeps saying day is full. So if you want to make sure you get with Eli to make sure that's up. Are there additional programs like chess, karate, music, et cetera? That I'm not aware of those at this current moment. Our program is pretty incredible and they get a lot of fun activities throughout the day, but we don't do specialized classes, but that is something that I know a lot of districts are starting to add. That might, that's a, maybe a question for down the road, but we do that in other districts where.
Right. And we do, it is kind of on the back burner right now. Right now, we want to get started with Right at School up and running and see what they offer, and then see how we can supplement with really the classes that we've done in the past and see how they fit in.
Yep. And we're willing to do that. If that's what the district desires down the road, we probably would wait till January to start those if that is something that happens. What about co-parents? The father picks up Thursday and Fridays. Again, just note that we would have to be aware. We have co-parenting situations all the time. Is there a process for feedback regarding the program? Absolutely. Never suffer in silence. We want to make sure we know how we're doing. We also do surveys twice a year, I believe, right, Felicia? Twice a year we do surveys to families, but don't wait for the twice a year. If you're happy or have a concern, let us know. Cleo's right there. You can reach out to Cleo, Felicia, or Wendy. If you have any concerns, we're not going to be perfect, but we want to make it as best as possible. So we love feedback. Please continue to give it. All right. All right. So if you have any questions about it saying it's full, we will work on that. Please email Cleo. And we will get back to you. Please, her email's on here, the cleo.owens@rightatschool.com. Do know that she does not work past after hours. So don't blow up her phone this evening. Wait until the workday hours of 8 to 5, please. One of these meetings, one of our managers had like 100 calls after it. So she wants to go enjoy time with her family as well. So please make sure you respect that and call her between normal business hours. But thank you guys so much for being on here. I'm going to go ahead and